Well, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. So this time, well, we're gonna do these two side quests and then continue on to Kozama'uka. So, fun fact, in between last and this one, which isn't much time, I got a new webcam. Now, I got the new webcam for multiple reasons. One is the chat log. I wanted to hide it for reasons. Because sometimes people talk about things they probably don't want to be seen, and I get it. So I got to block this, because seeing that helps me, and while recording I have to hit the hide log window. And so, well, I'm unshaven, so don't judge me, it's also late at night, but yeah, here I am. That should do at least. So you have to, forgive me if I'm looking down, because my second screen's all the way down there on a small tablet. Very handy it is, though. That means I can hide the chat window, as you can see, because now I can actually have it open and look in my window. Very handy. Also, I forgot to do something. There we go. It's weird for me to actually see myself down there. It really is. The lighting might be a little dark and all that, because, well, as you can see, it's 9:33 my time. Fireworks are going off outside, because it's the 4th of July. I'm not used to this. But, hey, I'll look at later and be like, man, I regret doing that. Man. Oh well. There we go. Type into them. So let's do these two side quests that are in this area. They're probably to also give me aetheryte currents, which I'm gonna need if I want to fly. Also, I got a new wondrous log on my own time. I have yet to even start it though. So let's start with the flustered merchant. Also, if you're wondering, I am wearing a very worn, I'm wearing like pajamas in a way because it is late, and this shirt is years old. It used to be green, not green anymore. Flustered merchant, but yeah, I need a shave, trust me, it's very irritating. Flustered merchant, yep, aetheryte current, good. The flustered merchant appears desperate for help. Well, thank goodness, a capable looking traveler. Please, I need your help. My caravan was attacked by beasts. I am a bodyguard, a young Mamulja mercenary. I had, my bad. Also, you have to forgive me, my camera is there, everything else is there, so I will be looking down the entire time. Yeah, but, I had a bodyguard, a young Mamulja mercenary, but he could barely fend for himself, let alone me. He somehow managed to throw me over his shoulder and carry me all the way here, but no sooner did my feet touch the ground than he ran back into the jaws of death. Damned if I know why. I find out why. Injured as he was, I don't like his chances. Please, I beg of you, go to Shabayaka and save him. So, right here, okay. And then the other quest is literally right up here, I think. Nope, over there. Oh, hey, it's a sightseeing log. I definitely do those all the time. Wink, wink. Nopally is rubbing his hands together. Oh, it's Nopally. How you been, Nopally? Hey, I recognize you. You're a baiter, yes? I've heard about you, companion to the Third Promise, a most dependable individual. The name's Nopally, and I'll have you know I'm a merchant blessed by fortune, if I do say so myself. Indeed, I believe our meeting today is no chance encounter, but the hands of fate guiding us to one singular purpose, the exchange of invaluable items at unbelievable price. If I could direct your attention over here for just a moment. Feast your eyes on these, crates of exceedingly rare and precious corrupted crystals. Where do you get them? The Siren Tower? Beautiful, aren't they? They're extracted from a remote regions of Eorzea and shine bright as orange hue, quite unlike your run-of-the-mill crystals, no? For you, I'm willing to offer them at a low price of 1 pel in the millions column. It's not highway robbery at this valuation, but anything for a friend at the third prom. Yeah, I can get those anytime I want in the Eorzea. I do not need those crystals at all. Sorry, I clearly misheard you. It almost sounded like you said 1 million. What? You mean... What do you mean? Considering how much it set me back to purchase them, the price I'm offering should be perfectly reasonable. Strange, these are precious crystals, are they not? Not really, they're all over Eorzea. Especially through buildings and stuff, too. Just to be certain, these crystals are considered priceless treasures in the Eorzea, right? Long story. Very long story. Let me see if I'm getting this right. Not only are corrupted crystals commonplace across the salt, but they're also highly volatile. And in the past, you once used such crystals together with an elemental converter to do battle with powerful entities you call primals. Yep, that's the gist of it. What more, you kept them in a warded container at all times to protect against their deleterious effects. All of which is to say, no practical use for such crystals have been discovered, meaning no one with any sense would ever bother to mine them. The peddler who sold the crystals to me never mentioned a word of this. He claimed they're extremely rare in Eorzea, which is why I decided to purchase them in the first place, even at exorbitant price he offered. Naturally, I believed him, having never seen crystals of the alike. Could you blame me? What? But if they have no use, you just lost a lot of money. Have I nobly the lucky been swindled? You have. Might be blowing up my phone. Well, at the very least, I was able to learn about the crystal's true nature before selling it to some poor soul. Fortune hasn't abandoned me completely yet. At any rate, I'd like to verify whether these crystals truly hold no value. Would you be willing to help me look into this, Bader? I need someone I can trust. And you'd be willing to share the truth with me, says a lot. No need to answer right away, give it some thought. If you have no interest, you're free to go on your way. If you decide to assist me, however, I'll be here and waiting. Probably assist you since I'm here. Alright, Nopely, let's do this. I'm gonna sit back a little. You're willing to help me then. Wonderful. You are truly a kind-hearted soul. Now, before I go and confront the merchant who sold me these crystals, I like to look at the potential uses for the material. For instance, crystals are in high demand among trolley mages who make extensive use of them in their rituals. I don't think you want to use these. Just warning you now. And I just so happen to know a spellcaster among the distillery's guard. I'd like you to speak to him about them about the corrupted crystals, engage their interest in purchasing them. In the meantime, I will see about procuring a container to ward off the crystal's harmful effects. Per your explanation, preparing an elemental converter with my skills is likely impossible, but finding the requisite materials for a warding vessel should be within my abilities. The mage you're looking for is an individual in the Bunawa tribe. If you happen upon someone wielding a staff, chances are you found them. Okay. We're looking for someone with a staff. Sword-wielding guard. Well, he's a sword-wielding guard. That's a bow-bearing guard. That is the staff-bearing guard. Technically, I could probably, chat with them, but nah. Intriguing. I've never heard of these corrupted crystals. As a practitioner of the arcane arts, I'll not deny they piqued my curiosity, but I'm afraid I have no interest in purchasing them. If they're as volatile as you say, there is a little to be done with the crystals whose very nature can change on a whim. Yeah, these crystals aren't gonna get anywhere. Hate to say, Nopely, your crystals, you got swindled. That's the funny thing. I always think, man, I should farm those crystals. You never want to. I went the wrong way. Also, the music is very quiet right now. There we go. The music in this place is fine. Not as good as the main town. That theme was actually really nice. This one's okay. And again, this is a major area. So even the mage was not interested. Nevertheless, I thank you for speaking with them on my behalf. It seems you're right. These crystals really are worthless. I may be unable to make back what I've lost, but there's still one thing I can do. Vader, I wish to stop that pernicious peddler from continuing his crooked ways. Will you help me? Nah, let him keep selling. What a relief. Allow me to offer you a small token of my thanks. When you have a moment to spare, please come see me again. We must stop him before he has a chance to swindle anyone else. And we will never do this quest again, because I never do the side quests. Alright, now let's go find the young mercenary. Where am I going? Okay, I have to leave. Like I said last time when this started playing, best battle theme of Final Fantasy is so damn good. I would love to play 9, but that requires a lot of reading. Nah, not that I hate the story or anything, but reading out loud. Then again, I'm doing that with this. Oh wow, look at that horse. Oh, I mean, I can do this. Get ready for that battle. Come on. Alright, here we go. Booyah. Hey man, how you doing? Don't throw your life away. It's not worth it. I can hardly believe my eyes. You felled those bloodthirsty beasts with such ease. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Thank you for saving me. As a mercenary for hire, I'm ashamed that such help was even necessary. Ah, it's fine. Just don't get yourself killed, man. So the merchant sent you, did she? The attack on the caravan saw her wares scattered all over. I figured at least I could do is retrieve as much as I could. Thank you for your timely rescue. I can still do just that. No need for you to stay with me, my friend. Go on, let her know that I'm safe. I'll grab what I can and be along shortly. Alright. Ah. That was unpleasant. Alright. So these two quests aren't gonna last long, and then after that, I'll be doing the main story. Nice. A level 91, still got 9 more levels to go. Oh, I'm so relieved that he's safe. The Mamouja take considerable pride in their trade as mercenaries. The young man seemed to have a particularly acute sense of responsibility. I've heard tell that some Mamouja travel across the salt to make a name for themselves. As a preliminary step to that. It seems that many young hopefuls gather experience here in Tural as mercenaries and bodyguards to shape their skills. That said, earnest as he is, the young man failed to protect my caravan. We have to discuss some form of compensation for my losses. I'm not heartless, however. He saved my life and risked his own to reclaim my wares. There's so much to consider. For now, however, treating his wounds must come first. Alright, I still can't fly, I think, can I? No. I had a feeling. Alright, let's go back. 2248 guild, I'm not gonna bother spending one of my Aetheryte current tickets for it. Maybe this will be a quicker episode. It is getting a little late. I keep thinking, oh, I definitely gotta play FF14. And you wanna know what I do? I hop back in Elden Ring. I'm like, gotta beat this game. Oh, hello, why do you do that to me? Weird. Yeah, everything's fine down there. Kozama'uka. Kozama'uka. The helpful Hanu is waiting for your questions. I've been quite content waiting here, dining on the third promises coin, but it seems you're ready to ask your questions now. So, what is it you'd like to know? The route to HanuHanu. Oh, the route to HanuHanu, we go south through the Arc of Dawn, then follow the road which runs alongside the Kozama'uka River. Is that right? It is. Be warned, however, my brethren tell me that a recent storm has rendered the path muddier than usual. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart, several people injured if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. We'll be sure to watch our footing. Thank you. You walked through me, man. I'm scared. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they were hit hard by that storm. Anyway, if we're bound for Kozama'uka, we should head over there by the Ark. Yep, everyone go. Shoot. Come on, get moving. Alright, since I see it right there, I'll get it. Alright. Yeah, it was a just. Alright, where's the lookout? It's here somewhere. Think up. Alright, lookout entry filled. Woohoo. I'm just gonna run there, honestly. It's right there. Literally. Kinda hard to miss. It's right there. Yeah. Put that down just a tad bit more. But then now I'm off screen a bit when I'm sitting up straight. So I'll just do that for now. I'll mess with it later. Also, this is more of a test. Whether I actually keep doing this, who knows? This could be the only episode I do this on. Not that I don't like showing my face, I just don't like looking at myself. Aaronville. The Hanu are friendly folk who should welcome us with open arms, assuming they're not too preoccupied with recent troubles, that is. Trial through the Skye will be on our way south to Kozama'uka. I keep changing the way that's pronounced also. I swear the gate gets bigger every time I see it, considering the size of the Gatlul, Jaja. Oh, I suppose it's better not having it too small. I should have liked to observe the festival, but the Hanu are probably not in the mood to celebrate. Probably not. Wuk Lamat, are we ready to leave? Yeah, I'm not doing anything at the moment. Then onward to Kozama'uka. Open the way. Next village in town, which is probably gonna have dialogue. Voice dialogue.
Kozama'uka, the land of rainbow terraces.
Kozama'uka.
It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuk Lamat, we proceeded along the Marshy Trail, a road upon which the Dawnservant and his comrades once traveled.
Kozama'uka. It looks very nice. It looks like a oasis kind of type thing. Alright. I keep forgetting to look in the settings for that.
Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water. The Isle of Han was impressive, but as you can see, Tulihiola does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before. Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
I mean, it's getting loud. Alright. Wetlands is an apt name. Much of the ground here is positively saturated. I'd love to stand at the bottom of those huge waterfalls and bask in the majesty of it. Gee, they're so far away. There's no stopping the third promise, is there? Good thing she has Aaronville to keep her from getting lost. From all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Right, let's get moving. If we continue along the road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. Off we go. Do a little bug. Alright, what's this place looking like? It has 3 main towns. Okay. Sure, 3. Never seen you with hair. Usually you have no hair. I want to hear the daytime theme, because right now the nighttime theme is meh. Don't really care for it. Alright, we'll talk to them before we do the crystal. I doubt they're not going to let us get going immediately. Alizé? The water from the falls must flood the wetland and flow into these streams and rivers. Trial? Assuming we have the right idea, one of the Dawnservant's electors should be here somewhere. Stupid, distracting waterfalls. Does she fall? Alphanode. So this is the HanuHanu village. One can tell at a glance how very different their culture is to the Vanus. I can close that now. Aaronville. Everyone has arrived, and none for worse of wear, except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud despite my explicit warnings. Hey, I asked you not to say anything. Anyways, the HanuHanu village I was telling you about. HanuHanu. Alright. A festive people. Wuk Lamat wishes to seek out the Dawnservant's elector. Which I got a feeling have something with us helping repair the place so the festival can commence. Just a guess, of course. I'm coming for you. It's like our friend said. People are in no mood for festivities. Oh, give me a second. I can only assume they're still recovering from the damages wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we can to find the selector. Oholiti? Oho, what now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it the last time you were here. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the third promise in her entourage. I, Zanuhali, welcome you to HanuHanu. As elder of the people, I shall be fulfilling the duties of elector during the rite of succession. I'm ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time, all in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we were not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. I swear I could read. Right then. I helped to do some investigating of Wuk Capello, so let's take a look right around here as well. I suggest a division of forces. For instance, Aaronville, Alizé, and Kryl could concentrate on the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Wuk Lamat, Bader, and myself will handle the northern half. Ah, so Alphinode's actually going to be with us this time. Sounds good to me. Alright, we immediately know where I'm going. In case anything happens. Oh, gemstone trader. When I like flying, maybe I'll worry about grinding you. Alright, what do you have? Meh. Alright, aetheryte. Let's do this. And then we'll go back and talk to you. Alright, we have the aetheryte crystal. Merchant. Do you sell the same gear? Yep, you do. Okay, so I'm not worried about. You should be awake by now. Vantage point. Spirited Hanu. Vantage point. Oh, they're both different quest markers. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, those homes are torn up. The gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repair appears to be ongoing. Fun fact, the houses, for some reason, remind me a little bit of Final Fantasy X's houses at Helka Island, the first city you go to where Sin destroys it. I'm saying it kind of reminds me because of the color and all that. And also the way it's shaped. Not entirely, but still. Heard about the storm? I've never seen anything. Well, I've never seen the likes of it before. All supplies and help the Dawnservant sent. While supplies and help the Dawnservant sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there's so much else that was lost for good. So we're not doing too good, from what I'm hearing. Or they are. Wuk Lamat. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. The storm broke more than woods and reeds. There must be something I could do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. Alright, now we're gonna talk to 2 more people at HanuHanu. We'll go here, and then we'll go over there. Bundled reeds. A dry and shrunken bundle suggests the reeds were harvested some time ago. Gonna have to go around, aren't I? Alright. It's only slightly faster. But better than nothing. Boat of woven reeds. Oh, hi, Elfinode. Some manner of boat. It is a very pretty boat. Woven from reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. Yeah, I noticed. The beak and the feathered tail, in particular, stand out. This boat must have been woven from the same reeds I've seen gathered into I've seen gathered in the bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu, then. Hello, can you hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building to the south of the village. On my way. Oh, easy there. We ought to hurry over too. Nah, they don't need me. Cutscene. I wonder which brother. Ah, okay, him. Let me just immediately just put that on. I got a feeling this is gonna be dialogued. It's the smart brother.
No sign of Zorolja or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Zorolja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am HanuHanu, Elder of the Hanu. I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
Oh, the big ones here.
You made it after all.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawnservant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga.
Yep, I remember reading about that. Or being told it mostly.
In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
Maybe they want us to help repair their houses, build a boat.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament. For surely, those who aspire to be Dawnservant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly! Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Oh, mercy me! You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The Feat of Reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
We still don't know what we're doing, technically. Oh, he's easily gonna beat us first.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
Oh dear.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
Yeah, I'm definitely fighting you one day, and I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
Sounds like they're gonna threaten your brother. Alright. Complete. Yeah, sounds like they're about to threaten your brother and make him tell them how to do whatever the reeds is. Maybe you should worry about him. He can probably take care of himself. I understand not wanting to fall behind, but rushing ahead risks playing into our opponent's hands. Let's not try to do anything reckless and think of matters through. Chirp. The kind of feat is tailor-made for a rational, educated scholar like Kono. Not that I intend to gratify him with a response, but Bakul Jaja's provocations are hard to ignore. Some of the HanuHanu also eat the reeds. Another way in which they differ from the Vanu. Footwork. Gear. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's one way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're gonna find it. I'll make Bakul Ja eat his words. I have no idea what that was. Understanding the nature of the problem will be a key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves, and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Aaronville, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course, follow me. I'm gonna take it, yes. Marborlo. A Marborlo. Holy cow, I cannot talk. A Marlboro. Ever been so tired your mouth absolutely refuses to make certain letters or words connect? There's gonna be a poisonous enemy probably upriver where the water's trickling down. If I guess it's a poisonous enemy, or one that has some type of venom and it's getting into the crops because it's coming down. That's just a guess. The music is okay so far. Although I thought these feats would have us battling dire fiends or similar, agriculture is a far thornier problem. I mean, the last one has taming an alpaca after bartering. Ooh. You know, I like it. I see that irrigate the fields by diverting the water from the neighboring river. 'Tis unlikely the reeds ever dry out. Is the neighboring river harvesting any fiends or we'll find out, I guess. I know she wants to do her best, but she should be careful not to make a promise she can't keep. Look at these fields. Why, this could be a painting. You can all stand back. I'll get the bottom of this in no time. Give me strength. Let us all scour the fields and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. Alright, let's see what we got. Another new location, the Fields of Gold. Wilted Reeds. As Holly described, the reeds appear wilted when healthy. Paddy water. The water contains no obvious contaminants and looks fresh and clear. Maybe not my idea. Okay, just an idea. Lethargic frog. And look at you. The small frog catches your eye. Strangely lackadaisical. It doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scurries away. Okay. Paddy mud. So we checked the water, the reeds, a frog, and now the mud. The soil in the paddies is as one would expect. Rich in color, suitably moist, not dry nor flaky. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Oh no, I'm drowning Garnet. Ooh. Don't tell her mother. Hell is it? Oh, a water strider. Bit sluggish though, more of a water shambler. Not amiss with the patties themselves as far as I can tell. So one thing I noticed so far in this expansion, when the song ends, it takes a while, and I mean a while, for it to loop. Usually the loops are quicker than that. Aaronville. Any luck? No. I'll talk to Crowd before I talk to you. Well, that was worth talking to her. Seen enough? I'll call everyone together and we can share discoveries. Yeah, I don't know. My idea for a poisonous enemy being nearby is not gonna be the right one, is it? I don't know. Well, what do we think? Any obvious problems? Except, it seems like the animals nearby do not have as much energy as they should. Like, the frog scampered away, like, crawled, it didn't even hop and all that. Oh, damn it. I didn't even see what she said. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. Yeah, that's what it's just saying. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? We would need an alchemist to know for certain. I don't have much to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seemed lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. They suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there is another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Oh. Oh, you think what's affecting the plants and the animals is affecting them? I don't think that has anything to do with it. The festival. This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal, so without it, the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited, the village was in the middle of the festivities. You'll never see HanuHanu more joyful and alive. It is indispensable part of their culture, and the absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help them put on their festival, give them a reason to cheer up in these sad times. Who knows? Maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution for the other. I don't know about that. I think you had it and then you went off the deep end. Is it such a strange idea? Yes. I also fail to see the relation between festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty to dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True. And being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Aside, the Wuk Lamat's journey, this is Wuk Lamat's journey, it's only right we follow her lead. I do not think that's it though. I think, okay. Thanks everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds, and that like looks like a bird. Oh yeah, we saw it back at the entrance, kind of. It's in that big building up north. Let's go see it. You were on to something. You were. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. She was so close. So close. You had it. You connected it. The people have less energy, even though it's a tragedy. It makes sense. But they're even more lifeless. So are the animals. You almost had it. There's something else. Something polluting or poisoning the water. Instead, it's a festival. Hey, buddy. How are you doing? Alright, goodbye. 2,424 experience from a normal enemy with 65 additional. Which I also have not eaten the food, but I'm not too worried about that because I'm not doing dailies right now, which they have reset. I did do them this morning. And that also increased my sage to almost 92. Dailies are a wonderful thing. Yeah, here's the bird boat. Look at the size of that thing. I hope they don't expect me to help carry it. The handles give me pause before, but now I understand their purpose. I've never been here during festival season, so this is all new to me too. What a charming float. I wonder what bird was the inspiration for its design. Yes, this is the float I remember. Does it not appear somewhat damaged to you? I should take a closer look. Inspect the float. Okay. Let's see what damage I can find. Immediately an eye. Oh, and a lantern. Alright. Oh. Right there. Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes seems to be missing a gemstone. Oh, there's 3 and I immediately seen 2. Alright. Oh, that's definitely broken. How will they lift this great big vessel without it? The carrying pole intact. Oh, yeah, no, they're ruined. The tail feathers have seen better days. I swear, the colors were a lot brighter last time I saw them. Well, I think we can agree this bird's boat is in dire need of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? What was going on here? We were admiring your festival float. 'Tis a shame it's in such poor state, due to the recent storm, I gather. Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we usher our people to safety. With the float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings. No inhihana. Inhihihaha. Hana. That's what the festival's called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined. We're struggling to make repairs, and you want us to hold a harvest festival. I know it sounds funny, but giving in the misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help give you the strength to work through this tragedy. The role of festival leader was mine this year, and there's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits. But we don't even have enough materials to repair the float. We need a box obo kiksa for the missing eye, uipo wood for the poles, and the feathers of the winds chosen are to adorn the tail. 2 of these I know. Oh god. Obokiksa is the type of precious stone used in the arcane equipment, and Ubupo wood is essential for crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however, the Wind's Chosen is the victor of the competition in which the contestants see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics. And that's something of a problem right now. We HanuHanu are gifted at employing such airy sorceries, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the efforts, and having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds grow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of energies do you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left oh, so the harvest. Okay, so they have no energy because the harvest is bad. Enervated. And if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we can't repair the festival float. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon our solution. The Wind's Chosen would, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feathers taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires a stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored for ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. Oh, you mean the float might also function as an arcane device? Maybe? Precisely what I was thinking. The bow of reeds is in fact an arcane focused of some kind. So, oh god, she was right. I was wrong. A focus for what? Oh, Ihi-ha-han, Hana-hana. Ihi-ihi-an-hana-hana is a harvest festival, isn't it? That must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops, so if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix what's wrong with the reeds. We won't know until we try, but 'tis a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies. These have all been known to elicit miraculous effects. Wait. The float? A tool for magic? This is the first time I'm hearing of it. In the beginning, it may well not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new ornaments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their works with ardent hopes for a brighter future. Through years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible. I know you're practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihihana really does sound like the solution to all your woes, and I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced about the focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who's been maintaining the floats these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and the poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alize and I acquire the feathers. We will encourage the people of HanuHanu to gather and they for the title of Wind's Chosen by sharing with them our own reserves of mana. I'll go with you. I'll carry the alchemical brews that may afford the same effect. So we're off we're gonna repair the beams, and also we're gonna get the eye. The three of us will visit the shipwright then. Not without me. I worked too hard to fix the float as best I can, and the responsibility is mine after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is HanuHanu. Nice to meet you, HanuHanu. And certainly, Let's go together. Alright, and so you're gonna be our... Oh, wow. Side quest showed up. Oh, wait. Speak to Kryl. Oh, wow. Okay, fun fact. I didn't know how to talk to Kryl. I'm like, alright, we're out of here. She was hiding behind the big woman. Alright. HanuHanu? To find myself working alongside the third promise herself is unexpected, to say the least. We're making progress now. The solution of HanuHanu's woes is as good as found. Thanks to Wuk Lamat, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there's something to be said for following one's instincts. Yeah, that's true. I'll open that later. A well-mannered shipwright. HanuHanu wishes to take you to shipwright. The shipwright's name is Wuk Lamat. He is Zabral, who only moved to Kozama'uka a few years ago, but since he mastered our customs to a almost frighteningly degree, he's especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper HanuHanu greeting. We wouldn't want to offend him right before asking for a favor. A proper HanuHanu greeting. Oh, that one. Don't worry, I remember how it goes. Then we shouldn't, I have a feeling she doesn't, then we shouldn't have any problems. Let's head to Akbekbi, to the east of here. I love how I'm slowly sinking more and more and more. Yep. Alright, mount. Let's do this. I remember listening to this song like 30, 40 times in a row in FF9, even more. Alright. Oh, it seems they have a place where visitors can stay. It looks cozy. Yeah. Wuk Lamat. Look over there. Do you see that big winding staircase? Oh, that. I did not see that originally. That is interesting. HanuHanu? This is Obekbi, the village of all. Those who drift into Kozama'uka from Tiliol and elsewhere, welcome to live alongside the Hanu. As for Wuk Lamat, he lives and works in the House of Waters, high atop of the large tree. Follow me, I should warn you. To climb up the stairs can be challenging. Man, I climbed many things in this game. I'm fine. Radalja. Hanu's reed magics are endlessly fascinating. Beware delving too deeply into the traditions that bind them to the land, lest they cast their spell on you too. Ow. Come on. There we go. Let's climb up these stairs. We could have taken my mount like they did, but nah. First time here. Oh wow, this is tall. We're near the top, aren't we? Any moment now. There we go. Yeah, this is tall. We are hoping to enlist the man's aid, so it pays not to be rude in any case. I should mention that Wuk Lamat isn't only a stickler for etiquette, he is also... I'll find soon enough. Ohahalili. Oh, it's a Rothgar.
What do you want with me?
I don't know.
Right. The greeting. Oh, Kali!
Oh, Kali!
Well, that's a good start.
Good. You brought your manners with you. When in Ukanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before. You're Wuk Lamat?
Maybe.
Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wuk. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette. Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head!
Will not? Keep your head. I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, all right?
All right then, consider it forgotten.
It's quick.
How prompt.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
Obokisha. Okay, that's better than I
That
was
I
saying.
do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials. My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent
That
storm.
makes sense.
I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit.
This is a weird conversation.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuk Lamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Yeah, I thought she was wrong. Trust me, for the longest time.
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo.
Uyuipo.
We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola, or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
That should save us some time.
All right then. Let's get moving.
Let me guess. Yep, that guy is gonna report back to that two-headed mongrel.
Chosen one of your rivals is making progress.
HanuHanu, you say?
HanuHanu. Huh.
Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
The cave, where I'm pretty sure things are gonna go smoothly. A rather eccentric fellow, but I feel his heart's in the right place. Cave Kiritola is south of HanuHanu. We can return to the village first, then head there on foot. Alright, I'll meet you there because I'm too lazy to walk. Teleport. I almost envy how effortlessly he can shift from one mood to its polar opposite. At least I presume he does so by choice. I don't think he does. Southwest of here, was it? Let's be on our way. And hopefully we don't get ambushed. Yeah, we're going in decent ways. Rhino Beetle. Who you been? Alright, we're basically there. Don't care, you can't stop me. Looks like, look, you can see the falls at the back of the cave. These hollows must have been carved out by constant deluge of water from above. Cave Kikitola. Cave Kikitola as promised. How home to the many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I will conduct my own search out here. You can spot Obokisha by its green-hued glimmer, or anything matching that description to me. I shall help scour the inside of the cave. You take the west half and I'll take the east. Okay. I mean, I can see the greenish hue. Glowfly. Eye-catching glimmer. Upon closer inspection, you find that the glimmer you spied was just the light reflecting off the water. Oh, hello. Alright, how about this one? You find a chunk of stone glowing in a distinct shade of gray. This seems like the exact kind of mineral HanuHanu was looking for. Wait, oh, wait. I see you. Aether current. I gotta tune it. There we go. I need to figure out what the compass is of this expansion, because they always change it on me. Just so I can, let those puppies out on my own time. Hello? I got your rock, maybe. Oh, wait, let me read the description of the rock. Oh, yeah, no, it says it right there. A green glowing rock containing what appears to be... Oh, yep, I think we're good. Some of the cave's inhabitants took umbrage at my presence, but it was nothing a few swishes of a brush could handle. Oh, I picked over the ground near the entrances, but found nothing. Do you have any better luck in the cave? Here you go. I'm pretty sure we got what we need. Yes, this is Abaxia. Alongside Krill's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you brought shine very brightly. I think you both. Alright. He would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be the festival leader for this year's HanuHanu. But when that storm hit, he did not survive. He fell to me to carry on his head instead. That's why you agreed to Wuk Lamat's request despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurts to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me. And I will walk it, for myself and for my friend. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together, and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. We shall. With that, let us return, deliver the Abaxia into Wuk Havu's waiting hands. Okay. I'm taking a shortcut my way. Okay. Oof. Maybe for my sanity, I'll end it after I turn this question, eh? I'm not tired, but you know how it is. It's like, I know I'm tired. I can drink coffee if I want to, but it won't do anything for me. That's the sad thing about caffeine for me. I can drink all the coffee in the world, but it will not keep me up. I drink too much to make my chest uncomfortable, but caffeine does nothing for me. I just drink coffee and stuff because I love the flavor of it. Now, whether or not they're there, we'll see. Wait, is that him? I don't know. The spy. Alright, we go. Man, I wish I did this expansion so far as Machinist. I could have used a few things. Or Ninja. Ninja moves faster. Oh well, we'll get there. Hey, we're back. Trial. I hope Wuk Lamat's foray was as productive as ours. We'll find out. We just got back ourselves. Did you find the stone we need? We've come too far to stop now. The lifting wings must go on. Thanks to the third promise in our mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs from Uipo. What about the Boxia? I have it right here. Yes, these are excellent samples. Good quality, too. At this stage, you likely surmise that the lifting wings encourages the crops to grow, but not exactly how, eh? Well, you're for a treat. If all goes to plan, the results should be spectacular. Now, to get to work crafting these pieces for the float, I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the Uipo's conductivity. Then I'll be delighted to help. Everyone else should head back to HanuHanu. We'll join you in the float. We'll join you at the float once the work here is completed. This might be the moment. This might be the moment. Well, I'll go back and I shall turn the question. I don't know how close I am to finishing this quest line. I was trying to finish it before I lie down. That's the thing. I don't think we're too far off, because even if you think about the other group, the Pelapelu, it didn't take me too long to do theirs either. As Wuk Lamat said, the festival really is a spectacle to behold. Wuk Lamat. Gathering the Uipo was a trial on itself. At first, Wuk Lamat criticized everything I did, then he just suddenly yelled, "I've spoken ill of the third promise and must punish myself," and proceeded to slam his head into an Uipo tree. I don't have to worry about it again, and it was like snuffing out a candle. He's not one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the pole's new eye. Now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. The lifting of wings. You know what? This might be the last quest, so we'll do it. Lifting of wings. Wuk Lamat settles down to rest before the festival gets underway. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. We'll see. Because he's around and his goons are around. Over there by the float. Isn't that the third promise? But the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reeds by reviving Ihihana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that'll be enough to save our harvest? The second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving HanuHanu altogether. Maybe we asked too much of our young claimants. No, settle down. Oh, I won't be too quick to count Kona out. A friend of mine overheard his muttering by the reeds, something about what needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. That does sound like our Kona. One look at the reeds was all he needed to think of a solution. But that, as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. Yeah, I'll say it after. It looks like it took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to Via for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feathers sailing through Malms. We had to turn ourselves, but it was more difficult than it looked. Poor Aaronville twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I'm a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we brought the wooden gemstone replacements crafted by Wuk Lamat, and all that's left is to attach them. So, now that I'm thinking about it even more, all he says, we just need one to make it. So I got a feeling Kona, we won't be seeing him again until we have this all accomplished, and he's gonna get... They're going to slow him down so he is not able to participate probably with the rest of this. Maybe. I'm trying to think of things here. Has it been decided who will ride the float? Papa was the guest of honor last time I was here. I remember being surprised they could even lift that thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must have personage of great esteem, which is why the invention is usually extended to the Dawnservant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Who is it? It's you. Oh, our beloved HanuHanu, floating wings, is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus, do I nominate Wuk Lamat as our guest of honor. Me? This boat won't make me seasick, will it? I don't think so. That way, anchor. I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Wuk Lamat. I have roles for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow process towards Kozama'uka, where the sacred likeliness of, oh god, Kizihihi is ensconced. Good job, eh? What I'd like you to do is clear a path of dangerous wildlife so that the procession can move unimplemented. Consider it done. You expect me to sit until Wuk Evu has finished with the flow. Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much of a fighter. I'll stay behind and assist Wuk Evu with the repairs. If you aren't sure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridge, the stride of the sun. Now we shall see to the clearing it end to end. Alright, so now we're going to be clearing the road, and then the float will be carried, and then plants. Maybe. Alright, so I'm going down there. I got a little itch. Alright. The degree of which Wuk Evu pursues his interests is remarkable. Apparently his studies of the Kozama'uka region were so invigorating that he decided to move here and immerse himself in the culture. If the float functions as I think it does, I would not be surprised if it were attracting the creatures. The concentration of aether would be irresistible lure. Weapons are ready. We'll make short work of this task. As HanuHanu said, Kozama'uka should be down this way, then off to the east, where the patch branches. Then something about bridges, and then stride the sun. Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've culled all the threats you can find, we'll meet up. Okay, let's do it. This man's getting tired. Alright, mount. Wait, am I going all the way down here? Any fires? Earthenshire. And we're going off to the east. Which would be that way. Goodbye. Yeah, he did. Have yet to do a dungeon yet. I have to, I won't be able to get my first dungeon until about 92, 93 at this point. That's what it's feeling like. Trial. I told you, you don't need to watch over me anymore. Oh, I didn't notice the monster yet. Good job, Cryle. You're gonna make a great Pictomancer yet. Alright, looks like I might have another spot. Alright, who comes out this time? Oh. I don't know why I'm doing that, I don't need to. Goodbye. I didn't need to use that, but I did. Now I'm gonna probably see Elfinode or Alizé, then the other one at the last spot. Oh man, that one's actually quite far. Wish I hopped on my mount, but let's foot it. New location, give you a better chance to see it. The stride of this. Oh hey, Wuk Lamat. Oh wow. Oh yeah, she took down Ugly. That's one down. Only one. I defeated 3. Ocho. No, Ocho's the big one, isn't it? How many times have I played Final Fantasy X? 9? A few? Ochos, they're the big ones, right? 2 vines? I think so. You defeated 2 frogs? At this rate, we'll soon have the route clear to Kozama'uka secured. Kozama'uka. Well, we will once I do this. And then Alizé is probably on the road somewhere. Probably there. It's not too far away, how dare you? Alright, what am I fighting this time? Hungry Salon. Okay. Crack my back. One more like my shoulder. Alright, keep going north. I think we're good now, because I think that's it. And it looks like she also took out some of those. Now this is my kind of busy work. You have a bloodlust in you. Well, let's get there. Let's finish the quest. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is probably going to be me reading. Ah, you're a step ahead of us. This must be the likeliness of Kishihihi. The HanuHanu, deity of the harvest. It reminds me of something I saw in Academia and Dire. And Deer. Oh, one of the ancient creations. 'Tis possible a vestigial memory of the time endured, a subconscious recollection from the inheriting soul, providing the basis for an entirely new religion. I have no idea what that means. As far as I know, Kishihihi was worshipped on another continent. The ancient faith was then brought to Troll for the first time, HanuHanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent, then mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to HanuHanu? You'll want to know the path is safe for the procession. Right, and I'll need to ride the flow. I'll run ahead and tell them we're done here. Don't get jumped, please. Well, I'll teleport back. I'm not walking. HanuHanu. Ah. What are they doing?
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you.
Oh man, he has a
Much
tongue on
less
him.
one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wuk Lamat! I will protect the float!
Are you trying to be brave,
Man,
little bird?
you want to get disqualified so hard, don't you?
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuk Lamat and her friends, we can hold HanuHanu again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
Very well, if that's what you want.
Everything into that blow.
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us.
But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you like.
Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre. What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts. Lucky for you. Eh?
Man, you should get disqualified for even pulling your weapon out and attacking somebody or planning to kill them. But I got a feeling he's not, sadly.
two heads. I see my Mook still clings to that loathsome hope.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes! Yes, we are!
Right. I'm glad we kept the float out Baku Jaja's clutches, but gods, he brushed me aside like I was a bothersome gnat. He mentioned that. Given the nature of the right succession, I expect such altercations are inevitable. Sadly true, probably. That's probably why you won't get, you know... You wait for us to leave so we can steal the float. A coward and a thief. Well, I expect more later. I do. If I've learned one thing in life, is that poor manners often betray poor character. Ah, that's why I always wants a greeting. A tense encounter. I'm thankful Alphino thought to share those link pearls. All right. Thank you for coming for our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against the two-headed, I may as well not have been there at all. Nonsense. You stood your ground and boss the time we needed to make it back. You're incredibly brave. I'll take that. Knowing the HanuHanu. Wuk Lamat wishes to spread word that the festival will soon be held. With that exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished. Before we commence the festival, however, it should be courtesy to inform the villagers of HanuHanu that HanuHanu will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Okaheli. Okohali. See, I remember. Okaheli. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I gotta say it 3 times. Let's see, making. Wait, can I? See, we'll find out. All right, we'll greet whoever this one is first. There. Oh, I should talk to you though. Hey, Palka. Alright, that's all I need to do. Hey! So much has been taken from us. Why even try? Give me a second, dear sir or ma'am. And... Hey! Okay, I can just do that. Sweet. Okay, Okay, I'm going senile. What, the float is fixed? Our fallen friends will be glad to know that the Ilihana will soon be underway. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration, not let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. That's right, you go. You're a side quest, so I'm gonna ignore you. Ah, I wanted the spirited one. Ooh, someone has the Moogle chair. Nice. There we go. There's nothing to look forward to anymore. Well, I wouldn't say that. Okahili. Whoop, not on. The festival's about to begin? What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there. Cleaning up the storm's aftermath may have been hard on all of us, but the lifting of wings is tradition, and a joyous one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. That's right, you get going. Innocence. I believe that's innocence, those wings. Okay. Hey, speaking of which, here you go, man. Just what you wanted. Okahili. Thank you for letting me know. I very much like to attend the festival, but the repairs should be finished as soon as possible. What to do, what to do. Shoo-shoo. Alright. I let 3 people know. That is a small motorcycle. The Hanu were pleased to hear the festival was going ahead, I imagine. That as well. Once your friends return, the lifting of wings can begin at last. There we go. I think this will be the end of it, and I'll get her keystone. Or she'll get her keystone. I won't get it, she will.
So few have come.
I only told 3 people.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Ihihana is a prayer for bountiful harvest. But this is not its only meaning. It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Wuk Lamat, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her!
Well, at least she's not as big as her father.
Ready and...
I could get used to this.
That's a weird way of walking.
Will empty belly stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Right, we've enough bearers now. Onwards to Kozama'uka!
I hate to say it, but they couldn't think of a better theme than the victory song that fit this better. Minor little thing.
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of HanuHanu.
Yeah. Just my seating position. Oh, we're taking our Aether. And everyone died, and all their bodies are left on the floor.
The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy.
That's my life force, you can't take it.
Kishaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
Oh, okay, that worked fast. Looks like wheat, almost.
It worked.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
Man, nothing was poisoning it like I originally thought.
Amazing!
Well, I was
To
wrong.
think that
Really
such
wrong.
a thing was even possible.
Well, I think we got that keystone in the bag. That's 2 out of, what's it, 6? Yeah, no, that grew fast. Wasn't sure what to expect, but the festival was admittedly impressive. Even deprived from their usual sustenance, the Hanu seemed invigorated the moment the festival began. HanuHanu really is magical. I told you, didn't I? Spectacular. I was too quick to dismiss the idea that the float had arcane properties. I think I wanted to believe that no one knew more about HanuHanu than me. As it turns out, there are many things I've yet to learn. With the fields rejuvenated, the HanuHanu, too, might finally replenish their flagging reserves of Aether. I'd like to take a turn riding the float. What? It looked like fun. Don't pretend the thought didn't cross your mind. Should I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Don't worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by the festival fever, last I saw. They were making turns at the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please, feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
It's gonna probably take time.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognize the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper. We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihihana to hollow theater.
Oh, Kona.
Kona!
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
Well, well. And he finished it, so we're both gonna get a keystone.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity. It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A method I could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Archon allies?
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Wuk Lamat. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
So I was wondering, yeah, they're gonna be a different color. That one is, last one was red, this one is a orangish. No, actually it might be the same color.
5 more to go.
And on to the next.
Like I said, out of all the brothers,
Not even a moment of celebration.
Kona is better
That's Kona
than
for
all
you.
of them. So if she were to lose, at least
Third
Kona.
promise, you must join us for Ihihana next season. As Dawnservant, of course.
Right. It's back to Tulihiola for now.
I think we're done here.
Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
I got a feeling this is technically now the end of... Oh.
These are interesting times indeed.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is like the end of like the prelude tutorial era of the story.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Oh, God. So that's how he's gonna get it.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
Oh no, they're gonna use too much. Alright. So they're just still his concoction. They're gonna pour it in there like, I did that. People like put two and two together. Oh well, what can you do? My journey has just started already. Oh, and already I've met so many wonderful people. Wuk Lamat, for one, he was a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful of other cultures as he is. And HanuHanu, it warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend through Ilihihana, and to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited thinking who might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's head back to... I'm not saying that. I give up. And now you pop up. We'll turn this question, and I'm gonna call it. I'm a bit tired. It's 11:30-ish. Yeah. Like I said, this episode is more of a test with the camera, by the way. If I personally don't like it, I just won't do it again. I'll have to watch it when rendering it and all that. If I look at myself, I'm like, I'm not ready for that yet. Alright, Aaronville. Wuk Lamat declared her intention to save the festival. I feared where it would lead us. Glad to see my concerns were unfounded. Traveling with so large and diverse a group is unfamiliar to me. If she could see me now. Your mother? I pray we don't cross paths with Baku Jaja at the next feat. But even if we do, we made a good start on these challenges. Hopefully we can keep it up. The Hanu's festival must be as central of their traditions as the sun drop dance is to the Vanu. I have not forgotten our obligations to Wuk Lamat, but it's moments like these, when we can immerse ourselves in the cultures of others, that fill me with the anticipation of new experiences and adventures will bring us. I know Zarulja was not at the Hanu village, yet the contests like this one is only a matter of time until the claimants are pitted against each other in direct competition. Yeah. Look at us. The contest has barely begun and we've already got 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. We can only hope. What's the next one? The success of others. Well, I'm gonna call it here like I said. I'm gonna figure out if I like the camera being used or not. But, so far, like I said, I am enjoying the story and everything. It is a slow burn at the beginning, mostly because we're trying to learn all the cultures, the people, the environments, and everything. On top of that, we are following a person who is trying to become a leader. And a leader's purpose, right now, she's a leader she's a person trying to be a leader, is learning the culture and the people, learning to live with them, about what makes them unique, about what she can do to help them and what they could do to help her. From everything so far, I got a feeling that's where all the quests are gonna go for the keystones. But I feel there's gonna be a few later on that we're gonna get in different ways. Especially with Baku Jaja, the guy who refuses to do anything right. And I got a feeling we're gonna have the last keystone, if I had to guess, is gonna be combat. Something with combat is gonna happen sooner or later, because it has to happen. We're gonna have to fight Baku Jaja. Like Kona and then her other brother, who at the moment I forget. Kona, out of all the brothers, I'm not saying he's the best, but out of all the brothers, he is the best person to sit on the throne that isn't Wuk Lamat. Mostly because of he wants just everything come technologically advanced and get rid of everything old. Fine, he wants to ruin all the culture and all that, replace it with technology. It's better than going warmonger who wants to conquer the entire world because he wants everyone to be united by peace of war. And Baku Jaja. I am enjoying the story. It's a slow burn, like I said. We're learning everything, but I got a feeling we'll be picking up very soon. Because usually in expansions, level 91's where you get your first dungeon. I am level 91 right now, so I got a feeling my first dungeon will be coming soon. But until then, I'll see you next time. I'm gonna head off to bed, brush my teeth, head off to bed, make some GDQ on TV and pass out. But until then, I'll see you next time, and bye.